Today, the man accused of shooting and killing those 10 victims, along with injuring 3 others, was back in court. An Erie County grand jury has already taken some action in his case, but there is much more to come. And this time, members of the victims' families could see him for themselves firsthand in court. Channel 2's Ron Plants joins us now with more on what happened today and what could happen, perhaps even in the years to come in this case. Hi there, Ron.
Hi, Heather. We first saw this 18-year-old suspect in the relatively empty arraignment in Buffalo City Court on Saturday evening, but today it was a packed courtroom between all the media, the heavy security, including the sheriff's SWAT team at the courthouse, and of course the families of the victims we were asked not to directly shoot and show on video. While the purpose of this proceeding was technically supposed to be a felony hearing to show if there was enough evidence in the rules of the court with a first-degree murder charge, it turned, as some legal experts and observers expected, with the prosecution publicly stating the grand jury had already voted to indict the suspect, but apparently they still have work to do before the indictment is actually made public. So the actual hearing was adjourned, and the suspect, as you saw there, now wearing an orange prison jumpsuit, was sent back without bail to the holding center, where he's being held in isolation and on suicide watch. As the suspect left the courtroom with all the security officers, a person apparently with the families yelled out, "Peyton, you're a coward." Again, the family's taken out separately as the media was held back. No comment from the attorneys today. We did speak with legal analyst Barry Covert, who says while the public may see this as an obvious open and shut case with all the evidence, it's not that easy.
Yes, there's overwhelming proof, but they still need to investigate it. And if there is a mental health related defense that comes forward from the defense, the prosecution has to fully investigate the events to try to counter that mental health defense. So if there's a claim that he was insane at the date of the shooting, he was aware of the difference between right and wrong, and he couldn't make that distinction, the prosecution needs to prove that he fully planned these events, that he concealed what he was doing at the time he was doing them. Therefore, by concealing, for example, he knew the difference between right and wrong. Because if you didn't know the difference between right and wrong, why would you conceal what you're doing?
Now, the suspect will be back in court on June 9th for a courtroom meeting with attorneys. The actual grand jury indictment against him could be released before then, with the possibility of additional charges for all 10 murder victims and those wounded, along with weapons charges. We're going to have more and even mention of a possible federal prosecution coming up at 5 and 6. Here in the Information Center, Ron Plants, Channel 2 News. Heather?
Ron, thank you.